Welcome to another episode of the Naughty Grapevine, a series dedicated to expanding your appreciation of wines and spirits. This particular episode is all about the differences between Old and New World wine. Old World wines come from the traditional wine-producing regions such as Italy, Spain, and France, while the New World is considered everywhere else. These include California, Australia, Chile, just to name a few. Some of the other differences that you would see in these wines include the appellation and/or varietals. All wines tend to focus on the appellation. For instance, in this particular wine brand, Barton & Gestier, this wine is called the Pouilly-Fuissé, which is a region in France. Similarly, for Italy, the Santa Cristina line focuses on the Toscana, which is the Italian name for Tuscany. New World wines, on the other hand, focus on varietal. Varietal are the names of the grapes. For instance, Merlot, Cabernet, Pinot Grigio are all names of varietals. There's a common perception that Old World wines actually cost more than New World wines, but this is a misconception. For instance, one of the most expensive wines in our portfolio, the Opus one, actually comes from California, which is a New World wine. So let's take a closer look at some of these houses that we carry. Let's start with the Old World wines. Our Barton & Gestier is one of our more popular wine brands from the Old World countries. Barton & Gestier is actually over 300 years old and it can be found in over 130 countries. The appellation range, for instance, that has the Pouilly-Fuissé and the Côte de Rhône, to name a few, is actually our more popular range, though they do have a range called the varietal range, which focuses on the Merlots, Cabernets, and whatnot. We also carry from Italy the Santa Cristina line, which is part of the Antinori house. As mentioned, the Toscanas are very popular. The Toscanas come in the Rosata, the white, and also the red version of it. Now, take a comparison to the Mezzacarona, which is also out of Italy. This one focuses on varietal, and as you can see, the look and feel is very clean and modern, but there's still a hint of classicness to it. Jump ahead to the Goosebump, also out of Italy. As you can see, it's very playful, and this is a blend that they carry here. Traditionally, the Old World wineries don't carry much blends on their portfolio. They tend to focus very specific on a varietal coming out of that region. If we have a look at the New World wines, on the other hand, today I'm tasting the Bin Forte Merlot out of Australia. As you can see, over time, they've kind of changed up their look and feel. It was very classic at one point in time. The Bin series actually got started back in 1985 when they launched their Chardonnay, and today they actually carry over 18 varietals in the Bin line. Have a look at something like the Cloudy Bay now out of New Zealand. Cloudy Bay is actually a more premium offering out of New Zealand. It is a Sauvignon Blanc and is actually part of the Moët Hennessy portfolio. A wine brand that most people are familiar with is the Robert Mondavi, which is the most popular brand that we carry out of California. The Woodbridge is the everyday affordable line, but here you can find the Twin Oaks, which is one of the newer offerings. And then, if you have a look at something funky here and edgy like the 19 Crimes, this is out of Australia also and has been growing in popularity. So now that we've given you some of the differences between Old and New World wine, in case you're still not sure about how to maneuver your way into finding the perfect wine, we have this unique necker on some of our wines in the store that can help you choose. We explored this in one of our early episodes on how to shop for wine. The numbering system goes between 1 to 5, 1 being a very dry, 5 being very sweet. For instance, in this particular one, it's a semi-dry wine. The tasting notes also tells you whether it's plum or cherry flavors, it's medium body, medium acidity, and it also gives you a local food pairing. That's all for now. We hope you join us for our next episode of the Naughty Grapevine. See you soon.